Thank you for having me, bro.
You bet. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We are live right now, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Another Ariel's Entertainment podcast where we are number one in community, helping each other out, self love. You already know what it's all about. We got my boy, Tucson Lorenz, in the building. Yeah. Grab your popcorn. Let's go. What is up, everybody? It's a beautiful Wednesday here on January 6th, 2021. Happy holidays. This is the first podcast of the year, and it goes straight to my boy on the other line, Tucson Lorenz. Where you at, man?
What up, bro? How you doing, man? Thank
Good.
you for having me.
Dude, thank you so much. I know you're going hard. You're doing workouts over there. You're getting tatted at the same time. So we'll be in and out real quick. Thank you so much for joining us, dude.
No, it's love, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a quick shout out, real quick. My business over here. I'm gonna do a quick shout out, guys. Thank you so much for sharing, liking, following, subscribing. Tell your friends and family. Tell your neighbors. Tell your cousins. Tell your mom and dad. Okay. So thank you guys so much for sharing and following and liking and telling everybody who the guest is and Ariel's Entertainment Podcast, where we're all about self love, loving each other, helping each other in the community. Shout out. What is that all
Love that.
about? All right, guys. So here's a great way to support me. Let me bring it right up here. A great way to support me, you already know, is by going to my website. I got the t-shirts, stickers, and pants, guys. Please copy one. Copy your friends, copy your cousins, your sons, your nieces and nephews right there. Shirts, $8, and I'll throw a sticker and pen for free. ArielENT.com, guys. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful way to support me. Another way is by following me on Instagram, ArielENTPOD. ArielENTPOD on my Instagram. And I'm on the social platforms. So you can find me that way. And as well, guys, my PayPal and my Venmo links are in the bottom. So if you're more than kind, I want to do this for the rest of my life. So I want to say thank you guys so much for all your donations. I got to give a quick shout out to my boy D Money. I got to give a quick shout out to my boy Nick Fiore. I got to give a quick shout out to Twisted Grape Radio. And then I got to give a quick shout out to my boy Nick. So guys, thank you so much. I got them all right here. I wrote them down their names so that I can give them a quick shout out on the podcast for all your guys' donations and my boy D Money giving me some fresh merchandise. So, guys, thank you so much. Truly means the world to me. God bless. So, thank you. I want to do a quick prayer here. I want to say thank you, God, for having Tucson coming on to the show. And angel of God, our guardian dear, to whom God love commits us here, ever this day and night, be at our side to light and guard, to rule and guide. Amen. God's with us, guys. We're in the
Amen.
same frequency right now. So no further ado, let's bring our guest onto the show because he's about to get tatted up, baby. Tucson, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
What's up, guys? My name is Tucson Lorenz. I'm an alternative hip hop artist from Denver, Colorado. You can find me anywhere at Tucson Lorenz. That's
Boom.
TOUSSAINT. That's on all social medias. You can also check out my website, www.iboh.net. All of my music's on there. Merchandise, videos. You can actually buy any of my albums that are out right now for just $1 if you go to the website and purchase. It's just $1. You get an automatic download. So just like you're doing with Ariel, make sure to support the brand, support the cause, support what we're trying to do, bro, because it's an everyday thing. And then what I'm doing right now, I'm getting tattooed. I'm at Dream House Tattoo. Shout out everybody at Dream House. Shout out my guy Jeremy Keith, Zilla Tattoos on Instagram. Shout out Mikey. Shout out Ali. Shout out Paige. Shout out Jordan. Shout out everybody at Dream House Tattoos. This is the #1 spot to get your next tattoo. I can guarantee it. So
Straight up.
that's what I'm up to. I'm going through some pain, man. How are you doing today?
Dude, I'm so grateful that you came onto the show. Everybody that's listening to the show, we are so excited to hear your music. I'm about to drop a tune from your album or from your website. And then, guys, I want to make sure you guys follow my boy here. His Instagram is TOUSSAINTLORENZ. That's his Instagram. Follow him. He has his links and everything up right there. Shout out straight up. Go support and follow, guys. My boy's on the other line, and he has a website too.
Whole last website, fam.
Yeah, let me pull up the website real quick right here. No big deal. Got it right here. I tell everybody not to trip, chocolate chips. So here we go. All right. Here we are. Guys, his website is iboh.net. Okay. And he's about to tell us what IBO stands for. Dude, tell us about the website.
Yeah, man. So IBOH, it's more of a concept than anything else. It's an idea. Long time ago, I mean, kind of over the course of my career, I was always told I was different.
Yeah.
And for a long time, people get told they're different. They don't want to be different. You try to conform and you try to fit in. But I kind of came to the revelation one day that I didn't really want to try to do that any longer. I just kind of wanted to be myself and live the way that I wanted to live and rap the way I wanted to rap and do what I wanted to do. So the concept of I'll be over here kind of became this idea, which it was inspired by the Alessia Cara song, I'll Be Over Here. I just felt it, and the term and the idea resonated with me, and I was kind of like, you know what? I feel like a lot of the time people, especially in music, there's this hierarchy mentality, there's a crabs in a bucket mentality, there's all these different mentalities. I don't want to deal with any of that. I just want to do what I want to do, and kick it with people who want to kick it with me. And if you don't, that's totally fine. You do your thing, I'll do mine. I'll probably still support you. You can support me if you want to, and if you don't want to, then you probably will in the future. So from that, IBOH was born, and it just kind of became a movement of other people who felt that same way. I mean, the shop owner at Dream House Tattoo, he's got IBOH struck up on his face. I mean, I got another boy, Joey, he's got it struck up on his face. I got it struck up on me. It's more of an idea. It's more of a kind of a lifestyle of just carrying integrity, being yourself and being comfortable with that and doing you regardless of what society's going to tell you to do and living the life that you want to live. So yeah, that's where IBOH came from. I did an EP called IBOH actually. So that EP ended up stemming into becoming my entertainment company and is now the website iboh.net.
Nice, bro. So what I got from that is IBOH is a lifestyle, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's about being comfortable of who you are. It's about following who your true self is, man.
Yes. And it's also definitely about growth. I think growing is a difficult thing. I think self-growth, self-improvement, focus, things like that. Like I go to therapy. I'm a big advocate for it. I think that everybody should at some point, one way or another. And I think that therapy is kind of a taboo. It's one of those things where it was kind of like, it was weird to start telling people that and to start doing it. And, now that I'm doing it, I want to vocalize that. And if you're not with that, that's cool. I'll be over here.
Straight up. It's kind of weird.
You be over there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It has that kind of reputation behind it when it shouldn't. It kind of has a weird, like you said, it's kind of weird you're saying it now, but it shouldn't be weird, dude. It's completely, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, no, I think honestly it's funny because I'll go back and they do like nostalgia, like new TV shows, old TV shows will pop up on Netflix that you can watch and stuff. And
yeah,
it's funny because when you go back and watch some of them, you can see how kind of that mentality could have been ingrained in people at that point. You start seeing like when people start talking about therapy, like look at, The Sopranos, Tony Soprano, first episode, he goes to therapy. Mm-hmm. And he can't let anybody find out he's seeing a therapist.
Right.
Like
exactly.
It'd be bad for the family if everybody found out that, that Tony's seeing a shrink. And so it's like, it's shit like that. You know what I mean? Like when you start seeing a therapist, it's like, oh, there's something wrong. Well, it's like, no, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with everybody, You're trying to work it out. That's why you see one.
Yeah. And it's good to just talk to somebody and hear another perspective on another end that, can give another input.
Yeah, and generally a professional one, and
exactly.
One that's kind of like this is a healthy way. Like, hey, you're fucked up right now, and it's okay that you're fucked up. This is why you're probably fucked up, and let's do something about it.
Yeah,
you gotta take these steps, learn these techniques, and do the work. So
straight up, and then you leave there like, okay, that was awesome. I'm glad I I talked that over, and then as you move on day by day, you think about that conversation.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's it all kind of cycles in with the IBOH lifestyle. I'm not saying like, oh, you're with IBOH or you do IBOH, that means you must see a therapist. No, it's just like if you're gonna, you mean if you're a part of, you know, if you represent IBOH and you do see a therapist, then it's like if somebody gets on your helmet about it, it's IBOH. Like, do your thing, grow, change. We're meant to grow. We're meant to change. That's what we're here to do as humans.
Yeah, and it's good to let out your emotions rather than having them all bundled up, man.
100%.
Damn, I'm killing it today, dude. So tell me about your music. Tell us about what made you get into music.
Yeah, I was bullied a lot as a kid. When I was like super young, I was bullied pretty often. I've always been a big dude. And that kind of just, I don't know, like the first artist that I heard that like really got me into hip hop was Eminem, because I love the aggression and I love just like that anger, and I felt it. And when I turned about 14, I started to just kind of like freestyle around the house and freestyle with my friends on the porch. And,
Yeah, man.
you know, we would just kick freeze every day, like all 8 hours type stuff, like all day, every day. And then one day I was just kind of like, you know what, I want to try to like write. I want to try to make music. Over time, probably from like my whole high school career, I practiced it and rapped and all that stuff. And then when I turned 18, I got found by some people. There was an entertainment company started. I'm no longer with them. That's a whole nother story. But you know, we started to actively pursue it, and I just kind of wanted to jump in and keep going from there. And it just, the more I did it, the more I get into it, the more it's a release. I need it. Like I love making music. And over the course of the last year and a half or so, I started engineering myself with a lot of help from a lot of different engineers in my network and whatnot. Shout out Riaga. That's my guy. He's been instrumental in helping me learn how to conquer it. Actually, the tattoo shop owner, Jeremy Keith, the Dream House Tattoo.
Yeah.
He used to engineer. He's given me a lot of game.
Wow.
My guy MC Uriah, Jeff Tanner, who's now he's in Florida, but he was with KMG for a minute. So I had and Robert Lucas too.
Wow.
Or he goes by Soundmind Beats, but they're just a great network that I was able to reach out to, and we just had good history with each other, and I've worked with all of them, and we're all close. So they let me pick their brain, and I kind of just built up my own little home studio and started engineering my own shit. So once I started doing that, that's actually how Mustard Cherry, the most recent project I released, that was entirely engineered by me.
Dang. Dude, so for me, engineering is no easy thing to learn. So I think that's really cool that you're taking, information from people that you know and working it with you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a process, man. It's definitely, engineers deserve a lot more credit than I think people give them.
Oh, dude, you never hear about the engineers, really, bro. Unless you're an artist, you go into the studio and you hear the engineer. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, no, they deserve kudos a little bit more often. Straight for up, sure.
Dude, they are so smart, man, and they got patience as fuck.
Oh yeah, I hate artists, so I couldn't engineer other people's music. I don't have it in me. I'm not patient enough for that.
Exactly.
I couldn't do it.
Exactly, and that's what makes me want to engineer and do the same stuff that you're doing, man. Maybe middle of this year I'll jump into that.
Oh yeah, do it, man. It's definitely, it's fun, man. It's cool. It's a different form of creating in the process, and honestly, it's one of the most integral ones. It's like, Mariah Carey might have sang, but I guarantee you her engineer is really the one who made that record. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones who did that work.
Of course, dude. All artists, bro.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, dude. Dude, so tell me about what do you love about music?
I can't explain it. It's like it's just a feeling I get. Like when it hits, it's like I'm elevated.
Straight up.
I guess the best way to put it is like my frequencies, they vibrate higher. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of always been that way. I've always loved music and all kinds of music. Like my mom actually wouldn't let me listen to hip hop when I was a kid. so I was raised on like BB King, Nat King Cole, Natalie King Cole. Um, who else? Off the top of my head, those are like the main three that I can think of. But just like a lot of jazz, a lot of blues, a little country. I'm not a big country guy.
Yeah.
Definitely some rock. I mean, the first concert I ever went to was Red Hot Chili Peppers at
Nice,
Pepsi Center.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was badass, man. It was the Stadium Arcadium tour. It was sick.
That is sick.
Um,
Dude, the
but
last concert I went to at the Pepsi Center was the Backstreet Boys.
nice. I went to wow, the Backstreet Boys. Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. It was like 2 years
Um,
ago. It was a world tour.
oh, when they did their reunion tour
Yeah.
thing. That's sweet. That's pretty
Yeah, dude. I
awesome.
took my girlfriend there for her birthday.
That's awesome.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, I went to Knot Fest actually. I went to it's like Slipknot's big
Slipknot.
festival.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My wife got some tickets to it, and so we went to. I wasn't a Slipknot fan. I wasn't a Slipknot fan before that. Afterwards, I was like, no, I could get with this. This is cool. I'm pretty sure I'm still a little deaf in my left ear from it. I'm almost positive, but yeah, that was a good concert. That was the last time I was at the Pepsi Center.
Bro, those guys are no joke.
Yeah, it's intense, man. We were in like the back too because we had like box seats and shit. So we weren't even on the floor. So I'm pretty sure anybody who was on the floor, they just never recovered from that concert at all.
Oh, oh yeah. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's see here, dude. Oh yeah. I got a quick question, yo. When you were younger, you said you were bullied a lot and Eminem helped you out through a lot, man. That's really cool how artists can help us out through situations like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
man.
Man.
It's incredible to be able to. I mean, that's what your favorite artist probably did. It connect he or she connected with you based on an emotion that you had at a very integral part of your life. You know, it's something that speaks to you. That's why you can go back to certain songs and you can be like, no, this was my jam. Like this was my shit. This helped me through so much, this, that, and the other. So it's I think that's to me, that's one of the coolest parts about music is the way that we can connect with people through it.
Right.
It's just it's kind of otherworldly when you really think about it.
It's legit, man. And then as well, dude, before the COVID, I was performing almost every night, dude. And there'd be some songs that I'll play that are cover songs, and people in the crowd will just sing, and it's just the most amazing feeling ever, straight up. Even though it's not my song, it's just still cool to see everybody vibing together, having a great time. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. I think that, and I mean that's cool too, because even in that sense, like you're able to kind of recreate that vibe for people, and you guys get to all share that experience, almost like just being in the car going to do some hood rat shit with your hood rat friends, and that one song comes on that you all get to jam. So that's a super cool opportunity to have, I would say.
Yeah, dude. So tell me about what have you learned so far from making music? I know you're networking, you're building music, you're being an engineer. What have you learned so far?
I think the biggest things that I've learned are probably one, you got to network. Two, you got to understand that you're going to do a lot more than just music. Like it's not, you don't just walk in unless you got a budget, right? Like unless you're like you're in there, you got a crazy budget. You're going to have to make connections. You're going to have to maybe learn how to do graphics. You're going to maybe have to learn how to engineer. You're going to be writing. You're going to have to figure out how to become a good performer. You know, like you can't just stand on stage wearing a fucking backpack and think that you're like a dope, like you had the greatest performance ever because you walked back and forth and mumbled some songs. You know, it's really, it takes a lot. You gotta learn how to maneuver in a lot of different ways and do a lot of different things. And generally you want to find the one thing that you're just kind of great at, you know, and then kind of just get good enough at the other ones for sure. But I think there's that. And I think there's a process to it. And as much as, you know, you hear stories about people who may have skipped the process, you're going to have to follow through with the process and work your way out. I mean, you do music now. I didn't do my homework, so I didn't know that you do music. So now when we get off this, I get to go listen to your music. I get to find out about it. But I found out about it through your vlog. You know, I didn't find out about it through your music. So it's something like that. You've got a vlog. I have a blog that I recently started where I'm I'm promoting artists whose music that I like, and it's not like a thing where you can buy onto it or anything. Like I have to genuinely like your music. This is officially like this blog is me vouching for your music type of deal.
Nice.
So it's like you can't buy onto it. It's strictly just, hey, I like what you do. I like your talent. I'm gonna put up some of your music. So that's in the artist spotlight page, and in the artist spotlight archives in the on my website. So it's like you got to do certain things like that. You can't just go into it. 9 times out of 10, majority of up and coming artists or your favorite artists, they have some sort of side hustle that they're figuring out at the same time of doing everything. So it's really just understanding that you're not just going to be able to sit down, write a record and be like, oh, that's a hit record and I'm gonna be famous off of that. It's like, no, you're gonna have to put in some work, man. This is a long journey. It's a marathon.
Dude, it's a long journey, bro. You gotta, dude. For me, I learned the song. I learned the guitar on the song. Yeah, so I sing and play guitar. That's all I do. I got nobody
Okay,
in
cool.
the band. It's just me, baby. You know what I do? I just focus on, trying to put out the best stuff I can put out there. I'm not Prince, but I do put out there stuff. Like I want to put out there. Like I do like covers from like Kanye West. I do a cover from like Johnny Cash to, I do covers from Backstreet Boys, bro, to from Juice World. I do all tons of covers, man. Straight up.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
man.
super cool.
I like it a lot. Dude, I know you got to go here in a couple seconds. Got one more question here, and then I wanted to play,
Sure.
guys. I want to play a song here. I got it here on the YouTube. Let me see here. I'm gonna just play a little bit of it. This song is called Sound Check. This is the official.
Yes.
Yeah, you let us know what you want to give us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So Soundcheck is it's more of a fun song, I'd say, than it's more of a fun song, I'd say, than anything else. But it was just kind of like a little clever record that I came up with that led into, I think the video is a little bit more powerful than the song itself, which the video was kind of just entirely based on COVID. And the whole point of it was to kind of like showcase what I would say is what most of our lives have been over the course of the last 8 months to a year at this point.
Right.
So it was kind of like, it's like the start of finding out about it. And then just kind of like, certain things like you might have been in sweats for like 2 weeks straight, and, you might be scared to go outside type of stuff, all those first feelings that everybody kind of felt when COVID happened, or those first situations where it was like, you were getting texts from your friend, like, hey, yo, we should hit this party or whatever. And, you were like, absolutely fucking not, bro. Like people are dying in the streets type shit. So I actually teamed up with, I always use the same videographer. His name's Sean Asakura. He's also, he managed me. And me and him, one of the, I guess the prides of what we do is our videos. We're very proud of every single video we put out. We always try to do something a little bit different, even strange. Something that's really going to grab your attention. My goal with a video is always I want you to rewatch the video simply because you enjoyed the content of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like the song, I mean, that's amazing too. But I want to put on something that you're going to enjoy watching, because growing up, those were my favorite videos to watch. So.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Guys, I'm about to bring you the song right now. You just heard it from my boy Tucson. Let's put it on the track. DJ, drop that track.
That is the order tonight as the coronavirus pandemic spreads. Those orders cover 75 million people across almost half the country right now is under this stay-at-home order. Where are we in the effort to flatten the curve?
The data will decide when we get out of this stay-at-home state. So I have no idea what date it's going to be. I certainly hope that it's in, the next month.
There we go.
Taking risks, like roulette, shoot my shot, I swish, that shit whack, and I got a drip. Watch your step. And the pound break coming in like sound check. We been taking risks. Like roulette. Shoot my shot, I swish. That shit whack. And I ain't got that drip. Watch your step. Now the pound break coming in like sound check. Big bang, hang, drain propane. We maintain, gang. We ain't the same, no, we ain't the same now. Now they finally noticing tools. They say that I got the moves. But look around and see why y'all sipping. See my cup running through like
Sick.
like roulette. Shoot my shot, I swish. That shit whack. And I got that drip. Watch your stats. Now the pound break coming in like sound check. We been taking risks. Like roulette. Shoot my shot, I swish. That shit whack. And I got that drip. Watch your stats.
That's always, I think the same thing. I'm always thinking I'm in the refrigerator.
My tattoo, I like that. I want one, might get two. I don't lose, I refuse. I pay taxes, pay my dues. Jam cashes, stick and move. Where my cash is, go cashews. She said lose, I ain't asked, but I approve.
Day 9? Are you kidding me?
Triple up my W's. Them boys there was at the fight.
Oh, snap.
Couple views, and moves off a couple kills. My life Leo off the lows. Man, they pockets looking sad. My pockets just got it, taking risks. Like roulette. Shoot my shot.
That's what's up, guys. Check my boy at Tucson at the YouTube, everywhere on his website too. That song is called Sound Check. That is the official video I just played. I'm so honored. That is how we do it here at Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. Yo, Tucson, one last question and we'll let you go. And this is an important question right here. I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show and letting us know and just sharing love to the community and sharing love to everybody that's listening, bro. So thank you so much. Shout out to Dreamhouse Tattoos and shout out to Tucson and all his video people that record him and help him out with his albums. You guys are legit. You guys are a legit team. I can't wait to get my merch too over there. You know how I do. IBOH.
Dang.
Bro, so tell me, one advice you could give yourself when you were first starting. What would be all the stuff you know now? What would you tell your young self right now if you saw your
it'd be learn how to engineer. I would hands down, bro. Say build a studio and take the time to learn how to engineer, and then probably couple that with learn the business. Learning the business, I think, is one of the most important parts that people don't do, and they don't do it because they figure somebody else is going to do it. But if you do it yourself, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache. So I would definitely say learn to engineer your own music. You ain't got to be great at it, and you could have other people do it, but you should at least know how to do it so that way you can do it, and then learn the business.
Damn, got it right there, guys. You heard it from my boy Tucson. He says, always network, okay? Because there's more than just being on the stage. You're going to have to work your ass off. It's a process. It's a marathon. So enjoy it. Have fun. And if you're not, get the fuck out. And number 2, he says, any advice you could give him young self, he said to learn your passion younger and build a studio. That's what he said, guys. So if you're an artist and you're listening, this is shout out to you. This goes out specifically to you, to all the artists. You know, follow your dreams early, stop the party and shit, and just focus on your passions and you know, believe in yourself and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. My boy said at the other line, it's a marathon. Yeah, we win lotteries here and there, but you know, most of the time it's a process. It's a marathon. Okay. So guys, thank you so much from my boy Tucson in the house. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate being on the show, man.
You already know, guys. You guys can follow my boy Tucson on the Instagram right here. Let me bring it up. It's right there. It is TOUSAINTLORENZ. That is his Instagram. And then his website is IBOH Okay, so guys, that's where it's at. We're gonna end it like that when we're at the top right now. ArielENT.com. Thank you guys for sharing, liking, subscribing. Thank you guys for supporting me and telling your friends and family, your cousins, your neighbors, everybody down your street. Tell everybody. And then as well, thank you guys for all your donations. I put my PayPal and Venmo links down here. So thank you guys. I want to do this for the rest of my life. This is all I want to do. So your donations help me out a lot. No lie. Truly means the world to me. ArielENT.com, Instagram, ArielENTPOD. My boy Tucson on the other line. We leaving, we out. Thank you, dude, so much. Have a great time getting your tat.
Thank you, bro. Have a good one.
All right, bro. I'll hit you up. We'll stay in touch.
Yes, stay safe.
All right, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, that's it. Let's do it. Intro song on the way right now. Woo! And that is how we do it. ArielENT.com, Ariel's Entertainment Podcast, Instagram, ArielENTPOD, ArielENTPOD. Guys, thank you so much for all your donations. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your amazing feedback. And thank you for growing Ariel's Entertainment Podcast around the world. Here we go.